Hi. So, I want to talk about what I've been watching over the last week or month or however long I've been watching it. Because I've been watching a lot and I want to talk about it. Okay, so let's see. The first thing that, I really been just binging hard on was Community. It's this very, very weird and very hilarious show that, all 6 seasons are now on Hulu. I don't know if there's a movie, haven't found it yet. And yeah, it is strange, and you have to really like movies and TV shows to really appreciate it because they just use so many references and so many stereotypes and make so many actor jokes. And that's half the reason I like it. The other half is just Troy and Abed are adorable and hilarious together. Like, they are friendship goals, they are a dream best friend team. Abed, I just feel so hard for, and Troy because he tries so hard to be a nice person. And he genuinely is. He's like the nicest person on that show. There was also kind of a goof, and it's nice that, he's not just the ditzy chick, there's a ditzy dude, and that's nice. Let's see, ooh, something from way ago, like the early 2000s, Birds of Prey. It was a live-action TV show about superheroes, superhero women to be sure, yay! And it's just so 2000s, it's so Smallville, it's so charmed. It did not last as long as either of those shows, and honestly wasn't as, wow as either of those. But it did use characters that I don't think mainstream knows right now. And yay, for the time, they only had two superhero shows out. It was pretty impressive. And God, I wish they would do it now. I wish they would, take the superheroes that aren't making movies. Like, oh my God, there are 3 Spider-Mans. God, there was the one with Tobey Maguire, personally my favorite. There was the Andrew Garfield one, still funny, not great, but he was a funny guy. There's the new one that I'm half-heartedly gonna see. I'm gonna see it because I love superhero movies, and it's cute to think that, Tony Stark is now going to train some kid to, be his own little Robin. And that's funny, but it's just another Spider-Man, no Black Cat, no new Venom, just another Spider-Man. I mean, I heard they don't kill Uncle Ben in this, but still. But anyway, back to Birds of Prey. It had a lot of lady superheroes all grown up. It had Oracle, and if you don't know Oracle, it's Batgirl when she's all grown up. Okay, once upon a time, the Joker paralyzed Batgirl, but she was still pretty smart. She was actually a genius. We never appreciate that because we think she's just Batman's annoying female sidekick. But no, she grew up, she made an awesome, fabulous wheelchair, she became a teacher, and she kind of opened up her own Charles Xavier school. And honestly, if this show had more budget, I would have loved to have seen, her teaching a bunch of kids off the street with crazy powers. Even if it wasn't, a huge class, just a little team that she was training herself, like her own Teen Titans. That would have been so amazing. Really, oh. And this actress, she played very warm, very funny, very endearing, but also very smart Oracle, so I liked it. But the main hero, or at least kind of anti-hero in between character, was Huntress. And oh God, there are 2 versions of Huntress, but this one I really like. This one, Helena, is the daughter of Catwoman and Batman, and that's like OTP dream come true. God, she has kind of, her mom's bad girl attitude where she wants to be independent and crazy, but she also has her dad's sense of justice. And just in between that, a huge love of black and leather and just fighting bad guys. And yeah, I really wish the show was a little more like the comics. Again, there was a budget, so they couldn't have Power Girl, the niece, or somehow cousin or whatever of Superman, Batman's, pleasant civil rival. Batman's daughter and Superman's relative, they were besties, they were partners. And yes, I guess back in those times they couldn't afford a budget where they had some girl who could fly and all that and could punch and, really super hard punch today the CW has all kinds of superhero shows and they're lucky. This is a great time for comic book fans in my opinion. Some people I've talked to are tired of all the superhero movies, but I'm not. I think it's great. I think it's fun. It's yay! It's so much easier to see movies than read comics in my opinion. Or I could just be a lazy reader. Anyway, I would love if they did a new version of this show, a new concept. Bring Huntress, but instead of, having spoiler alert, Catwoman dying, have a couple episodes where Selena and Bruce are married and they're raising and training their daughter to be a hero because that's just what superheroes slash villains are supposed to do with their offspring. Train them. God, I would love the conflict that I read in the comic. I would love that. And then, yes, poor Catwoman dies. Helena has this new, motivation to really be a good superhero and kill all bad guys. I would love to see her grow up with that. I would love to see her and Supergirl just like, oh, be that team. And then have, Daddy Bat in the background trying to give her tips, but also trying to watch her, be a mentor, but to his own child. And then have like big family gatherings of all of Robins and Oracle. I don't know, I just think that'd be so cute. I'd love that. Also, Harley Quinn was the big bad guy in this show, and I think she was this actress did a very good grown up Harley Quinn. Like, she was a psychiatrist and a mob boss, and she was very calm, but once in a while she would have little ticks of crazy and little weirdness, and that was just so good. That was so Harley Quinn. She wasn't overly sexified like, the movie version was, but she was just the right amount of quirky and strange. And it was just great. God, I'd love it if she, Poison Ivy, and Catwoman kind of had like, okay, this is mom's night off. Now let's play poker. It'd be so much fun. So yeah, that was. Ugh. The show is not amazing, but I wish they would make a show like it. I mean, Marvel has all kinds of shows on Netflix. I wish they would do this with the Birds of Prey. I really do. Let's see. Oh, and another thing I found at random was there was this Fox Kids show, and it was Peter Pan and the Pirates. And it was like a beguiling charming. I personally love the movie Hook with Robin Williams and, God, what's his name? Guy who played Tootsie. He was Shifu in the Kung Fu Panda movies. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Hook is a great movie. Like, even years later, you like it better. It's just a great movie. I recommend it to anyone who just likes movies, likes magic. It's not even a great Robin Williams movie, though it is. It's like not him being his overly sarcastic, I'll make 100 celebrity things. It's more of him just being kind of a sweet guy and, he's working through his own problems as like an adult trying to be a kid, and that's hilarious because Robin Williams can usually adapt so easily into that like, fun zone that this was a great like experience for him. It was so fun. Anyway, I also really love the Disney animated version from the 1950s because the animation is just gorgeous. Like, you can understand, if it's on mute, you can understand everyone's motivation because it's just so obvious. It's so well done. It's timed so beautifully. Oh, that's a great movie. I mean, if it was made to... No, take it back. Anyway, so I found this show called Peter Pan and the Pirates, and oh my goodness, it's so charming. Like, the Captain Hook in it is like an evil Frasier. Incredibly eloquent, got that strong jaw, and voiced by Tim Curry. He's Nigel from the Wild Thornberrys, and God, I miss the Wild Thornberrys. But no, this Captain Hook is just so amazing. Like, oh, I'm just sitting there listening to him thinking, God, I need a thesaurus, but oh my, it's just so interesting. It's like, God, this is how kids learn bigger words. That's how I'm learning bigger words. No, like the Peter Pan in the show is so cocky, and he's such a little playboy. And again, that's a beguiling pleasure of mine. Oh, and Tinkerbell is so damn sassy. I miss that. Like, Disney has this little spin-off show where Tinkerbell has, like, some fairy friends, and she's just a sweetheart, and it's like, God, that's not the Tinkerbell everyone knows and love. That's not the Tinkerbell people will buy merchandise of and put stickers on their cars of. No, Tinkerbell's kind of a bitch. But she's a charming bitch. She's an endearing bitch because she was so badly friend-zoned, and yet still she has lots of fun, and yeah. Yeah, Tinkerbell's a fun character. Not a great role model, but a fun character. So yeah, I'm really happy I found this show because even though it's for kids and even though the animation is incredibly slow to look at, the dialogue is very interesting because there's so much witty repartee between Hook and Peter. It's just a lot of fun. And because it brings me back to my kid feelings, like all these old Disney stuff, I decided on Amazon Prime Day I'm going to add up to my Disney DVD collection. Let's see, I have a list. Let's see, the Peter Pan show. I don't have it. Honestly, it's been a while I saw it, but the impression it made on me the last time I watched it is just so strong. It's so cool to look at. Like, The art, I think, was done by Mary Blair, and she has this great idea of just a black background with colorful stuff on top of it, and that contrast is just so lovely. And the expressions were done by Disney's best, and it was just great. It was just great to look at. Let's see. Ooh, Sleeping Beauty. I personally did not like Maleficent. I think it got everything wrong that makes that movie charming. It just got wrong. Big thing that annoyed me is Maleficent didn't turn into a dragon. I would have forgiven so much if not for the whole dragon thing. Ugh. But yeah, it's just a gorgeous movie to look at. Oh god, I remember one time at the New Orleans Museum of Art, they had this big Disney like showcase where they held the stills and like, the drawings of the movies and all the development of it. They're missing a lot, and that part always bugs me, but it showed all the Sleeping Beauty stuff and it was so pretty. Oh god, and the movie just has all this style to it. All the characters are so kind of like angular and pointy and still very pretty and cute, and it's like, oh god, it's so special. Like, god, this style, these character designs, you would recognize them almost anywhere because they're so unique. Plus, the fairies are just hilarious. Like, the Maleficent movie got them so wrong, but in this cartoon, they're kind of like the Golden Girls, and they're so funny and silly, and yes, they'll probably make terrible parents, but they're so funny to look at. I really don't care. God, it's like, yes, you people are ridiculous. You're fairies. Don't pretend to be humans. Though I swear, I bet they had like snuck their wands and didn't tell each other just to like, not kill her or, just they're just so funny and silly. And the Disney movie got that so wrong and that bugged me. But yes, I want to see this movie again. I want to own it. I want to look at the prettiness of it. I don't care if it's silly and shallow because it just looks good and it's so funny. Let's see. Ooh, Alice in Wonderland. Also another gorgeous movie, and probably my favorite version of Alice in Wonderland of all time. Really. Like, I love it more than the book. I love it more than live action movies. I've seen all the crazy spin-offs of it. Still my favorite, still the gem. And I just love Alice because she's just that, the perfect mix of she's intelligent but still naive, logical, polite, but still very whimsical. Like, she's just a fun person to watch on this journey. She's great. Ooh, and Tarzan. I'm so mad that I don't already own this movie. Like, during Disney's boring dark age where they're trying to make boy movies, this was probably my favorite. Tarzan was so fun to watch. He was so intelligent and he was always looking for stuff. It bugged me that I never grew a beard, but still, he was really fun to watch. Like, ugh. Plus, I love gorillas, so watching them is good. The music is just so top-notch. It's like, yes, you made a great soundtrack, but no one's really singing and dancing. It's like, oh, it's just a narration in their heads, and that's awesome too. Plus, Jane is a delight. Like, she's such an awkward, funny little nerd person. Ah, God, she's great. God, I wish I could just, have that big stupid dress. It's horrible. It's completely impractical, and that's what made it so funny. Plus, it's got the cute collar and the little parasol. It's just precious. Oh, and Hercules. The most ridiculous Disney movie in my opinion. It's just absolutely ridiculous, and it brings that up like, crank it up to dial 12 and its ridiculousness. But still I love it. I love the songs, I love the characters. God, I think people are scared to make a movie as ridiculous as Hercules was, but I wish they would, okay? People don't get that. They really did it, okay? The plot does not make sense. The characters, I don't know, they kind of go together, they kind of don't, but it just all wrapped up together in this huge fun package that I just want to share with everybody. And yes, I love Greek myth and they got so much stuff wrong, but I don't care because it's so much fun. And God, the music is great and it's just a great movie. I guess it's a great bad movie, but it's my favorite bad movie. So yeah, that's my week. Happy July! I can't wait for Amazon Prime. I'm gonna buy so many DVDs. Hala, 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 hala. Please subscribe.